Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Hey, come on. Mike Bobo. Let's set a tone. 44, Mike, 44. All day, every day.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let him know. Mike 56, Mike. Watch the slap. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I'm coming. Delta.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Showing it. Alert 3.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. feet.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go!
Carry for Darius Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Slam, slam.
Here's Geis. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Let's go now. 58, come on. Okay. One twist. No. Switch. Begin. Check 37.
Third down, here's Geis. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Geis. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there out of Geis. 51 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now again, right side, it's Geis. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin the drive with Hines. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They're trying to quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Shoot! Shoot!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Watch 54. Silver, Silver.
On second down, Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
In your face.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
The first carry out for the BYU man, it's Jamal Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Vikings 25-yard line.
They'll run with Geis. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
1st down.
Watch twins, watch twins.
Now they try the right side here. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On the ground, it's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
That's it, that's it. Big hit.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Let's go. And 58's the mic. Well, 58's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. No problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5. Buying time is left. He's going deep for and got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
You got nothing left. You got nothing. Slam, slam, slam. That's right. Turn.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, they almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, look your rooms at the half, and see if you can come up with a script.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Check, 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 check. 22, check, Bubba. 22, check, Bubba. Let's go. Get set. Check.
Again, it's Cook. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Back to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check, 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 check. Let's go. Travel. 36, 36. Check 26, check 26.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a... First down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now in this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back. He's moving, boys, he's moving.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike's Fofo. Watch the twist.
Back to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Check 25. Check 50. Slam. Go.
They're going to try and throw. Forced out to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Rashawn Gary. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Darius Geis with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Check hot route. Hot.
They run it again with Cook. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's checking. Check nickel.
On first down, Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Alexander on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Hines. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And an alley to run. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there out of Geis. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Geis. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Well, they'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Check. Check.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go!
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23.
Watch left. Check tight.
Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Like 28. Here we go.
Here's Jackson to throw. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Wide, get wide. Hayward.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And then put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for Prime.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Just get out here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Now a run with Geist. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Vikings, it's a 10th win on the year as they move.